9 years ago, at the ripe age of 10, I created one of the best pieces of art ever made, and I did it in a speed paint. And today, I'm recreating that art in my modern style, I suppose. I wanted to see how much I'd improved in like 9 years, and this is my little process of that. Of course, I started with sketching and stuff. I used Fire Alpaca in the original one, I used Paint Tool Sai, but that was on my old computer, and I don't have the product key anymore. So yeah, we're using Fire Alpaca today. So yeah, I started with sketching, obviously. I hated how the sketch turned out at first, but like I went through so many different like ideas, and I was like, you know what, I'll just settle for a simple pose. I won't go too in depth with it, because I am just recreating old art. I don't want to like go too deep into it. I just want to like have fun and see how my style has changed and stuff, because it's been 9 years. I've obviously changed quite a bit since then. So this character is called Sunny. I made her for the speed paint, and I have never used her after that. Like, there is one image of her existence, and it is that, and I guess the one that I drew today. But like, yeah, she there's no background, there's no story. So I'm gonna make one for you today, right now. This is the story of Sunny and who she is, and yeah, whilst I draw, I'll talk about it, because what else am I going to talk about other than like art. The year is 1998, a time of change and awesomeness in New York City. Hamato Yushi, a man who has lost everything, is on a mission to start anew, and that is with 4 baby turtles. But oh my god! Oh shit! The fucking bad guys come, and all of a sudden there's like mutagen everywhere. But what it turns out is that the bad guys also fucking love turtles for some reason. And I mean, they really love turtles. And they had like a bunch of different species in their horrible truck. And one of those turtles, already it's slided to be specific, falls out and mutates with Hamato's turtles, because how the fuck else am I supposed to make her cliche ass backstory? I want her to fit in with the other fucking fan characters, come on man. Digressing, alongside her newfound family, she grows to be a kunoichi. Really fucking bad one. Like, no matter what she does, she fumbles everything. She has no sixth sense, no intense skills, just some muscles and form from all the practice. She's genuinely the failure of the family, and it's not a sad thing, it just exists. She doesn't mind being the shithole of the group. In fact, she prefers staying home at the lair with Sensei and lighting candles and shit. Yeah, that's her story. She also loves candy and decorations and shit, so yeah, that was her dramatic backstory. Anyway, forgetting that. So yeah, that's a lot has changed basically since 9 years ago, as you can imagine. I think the art style has definitely improved. The anatomy has gotten extremely extremely better. It's not perfect. My proportions are still a little bit off, but all things considered, I'm pretty happy with how much I've improved. I feel like I've improved quite a bit. I typically don't draw turtles, so I feel like this is not an exact fair judgment of my skills, but considering this was the drawing that I did 9 years ago, and it is the only one that I have from my last PC, I feel like it's important to recreate it to my best abilities. Like, yeah, I could have drew her as a female human being, but I would much rather keep it to the original source. And yeah, I think my shading has also gotten a lot better. I've gotten a lot better at colouring. I'm picking colours, changing the line art colours so it's a lot more cozier and nice and just all this stuff. I feel like I've just improved a lot basically, which is pretty good. I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with how my drawing came out at the end. The one thing I still haven't completely gotten best at is like backgrounds, but I think that's something I can always improve on later. So I did actually take some creative liberties when it came to the redesign, I guess. I mean, I don't say it's a redesign, I kind of just added on to the old design. Anyway, I added a few more markings on the shoulders. I changed the braid slightly so that it was open at the end and had beads along it. Since the drawing, since the piece of art from 9 years ago didn't have, it was a bust down, I decided to draw a little more of the body. Maybe in another year I'll draw the rest of the body, but that seems like future me's problem. But I added, like, what do they call them? Elbow pads, wrist guards, etc. Yeah, I changed a few things, kept most of the things. I made the shell actually visible. I don't know if you noticed, but in the other version of the drawing, she just doesn't have a shell. I don't know. Anyway, I think it was really cool that I got to do this. I don't often get a chance to look at my old art. I think it's important to look at your old art, and like it's a reminder of how far you've come. I think it's important to remember your roots or whatever. I think in terms of like quality, I think I've definitely gone better. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. It's late at night when I'm recording this, so I'm just like laughing at nothing. I'm so stupid. But no, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. You know, I like the lighting, the shading that I did. The background's a bit goofy, but it's whatever. And yeah, I don't know. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace, guys. Yeah.